always get it right. This is multiplication of integers. Whenever the signs which are being multiplied are the same, the result should always be positive. Here we have a negative and here we have a negative. The signs are the same. Negative times negative, we get positive. Here the signs are the same. When we multiply signs which are similar, the result should always be positive. But when we multiply signs which are different, the result should always be a negative. Negative times positive, we get negative because the signs are different. Even here, when we multiply signs which are different, the result should always be negative. But there's another way in which we can represent the multiplication of signs. Here, when we have parentheses like this, it means that this negative should multiply with whatever is in parentheses. But here we are multiplying signs which are the same. Negative times negative, we get positive because the signs are similar. Here, positive times positive, it should be positive because the signs are the same. Here we are multiplying signs which are different. We have a negative and a positive. Negative times positive, we get a negative. Lastly, we have a positive and a negative, we are multiplying. This parenthesis means multiplication. Positive times negative, we get a negative. Let us look at a few examples. So here, to multiply these two numbers, we are supposed to look at the signs first. So we have a negative here, and this is a negative. The operation is multiplication. So let us multiply the signs following the rules we have discussed here. So we have negative times negative, the result is positive. Then we can multiply the numbers. 1 times 2, we get a 2. The second example, parenthesis here means multiplication. So we multiply the signs first. So negative times negative, we get a positive. Then 2 times 2, we get a 4. Example number 3, let us look at the signs first. 3 has a negative, then 2 has a positive. Whenever a number doesn't have any sign, we consider that number to be a positive number. So let us multiply the signs first. Negative times positive, we get negative. Now let us multiply the numbers. 3 times 2, we get a 6. Example 4, we consider the signs first. Here we have a positive and here we have a negative. Positive times negative, we get a negative. The signs are different. Now we can multiply the numbers. 3 times 4, we get a 12, like that. The final examples involve the distributive law. So this negative, which is outside of the parenthesis, is supposed to multiply whatever is inside of parenthesis. So we begin with negative times negative, we get positive and a 1. Then this negative should multiply with the negative which is on the middle again. So we have negative times negative, we get a positive, like that. And then we can add these numbers. Remember, according to the rules of integers of addition, when the signs are the same, it means to add. So here we have positive 1 and positive 2. The signs are the same. Same means add. 1 plus 2, we get 3. Both numbers are positive, so our answer will be positive. Let us look at the final example. Again, we distribute the negative. This negative multiplies everything inside parentheses. So we begin with negative times negative, we get positive and 2. Then negative times positive, we get a negative and 1. Then negative times negative, we get positive 3. Now, we can apply the rules of integers of addition and subtraction. 2 has a positive sign, 1 has a negative sign. The signs are different. Now, in mathematics, difference means subtraction. If we subtract these two numbers, we have 2 minus 1, we get a 1. But looking at the number which is larger, 2, so the answer is going to get the sign from the larger number. Then lastly, we have a positive 3. If we look at these two numbers, 1 has a positive, 3 has a positive, the signs are the same. Now, same means addition. So if we add the two numbers, 1 plus 3, we get a 4. And both numbers are positive, so our answer will be positive.